I am so excited to take part in the reading rush that's happening over this weekend from April 16th to April 19th. I have been a part of the booktube community for like 2 days, I guess, so I'm like ready to start off strong. Ariel is hosting the reading rush this weekend, and she posted a tag that had a bunch of questions as well as the TBR for this reading rush, so I'm going to answer those questions and talk about my TBR. For this reading rush, there are 4 challenges to complete with the books that you're reading. So the first one is read a book with a house on the cover. For this, I chose The Sandman Volume 2, The Doll's House by Neil Gaiman. Yeah, there's no actual house on the cover, like an illustration, just the word house is on the cover, so good enough. I read the first volume of this at the start of this year and I really enjoyed it, so I'm hoping that picking some shorter books for this readathon will help me reign supreme when it comes to actually ticking off some of these challenges. The next challenge is read a book in the same room the whole time. I'm also going to use this, I think, for that because this is the shortest book I'm reading, so this is going to take care of 2 challenges. The third challenge is read a book set somewhere you want to go. I'm going to pick The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson, which is the second book in the Mistborn trilogy. I'm picking this book because I want to finish it. I would love to go live in a fantasy world where there's magic and cool stuff going on. I'm 300 pages into this book right now and really enjoying it so far, and it's really easy to read because it's so riveting, so I'm hoping that this will be a really cool book to finish off by just marathoning it over the weekend. It's 800 pages, so I've still got 500 more pages of this book to go, so we'll see if I can finish it. If I can finish this over the weekend, I'm gonna be so proud of myself. And the last challenge is read a book that will make you smile. For this, I have definitely picked The Grim Grotto by Lemony Snicket, which is the 11th book in the series of Unfortunate Events. I've been reading these on and off for a while now. I'm trying to finish them because I've never actually finished the series as a kid. So I picked this because these books definitely always make me smile. They are so funny, and these books are also really easy and quick to read, and I'm hoping I can actually read 2 of them over the weekend. That would be really good because they're very short. So yeah, that is my TBR over this weekend. I'm actually going to be pretty impressed with myself if I can read 4 books over 4 days because I do work full time. I actually will only have 2 full days and a couple of evenings after a long day of work, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get to much during those evenings, but let's hope that over the weekend I can read 4 books. That would be really good. So now for the rest of the tags for the reading rush that Ariel Bissett came up with. Firstly, how is your reading going while you're staying home? My reading is on and off. Sometimes I'm reading heaps. However, right now for last week I've been in a bit of a slump. For instance, I've probably been using Mistborn as a filming stand more than actually reading it. Where have you been reading at home? I've only been reading on my bed or on the couch, depending on if I'm reading with my housemates or if I'm reading by myself. And I've also been reading in the shower while listening to audiobooks. Best book you've read during isolation, that would have to go to The Carnivorous Carnivore, which is the 9th book in the series Unfortunate Events. For some reason, I love every 3rd book in this series, so the 3rd, 6th, and 9th have been my favourite. This is the 9th book in a series, so I can't really recommend this unless I just recommend the whole entire series. But actually, yeah, if you haven't read these books, you really should. They're very fun. Even as an adult reading these, I'm getting a lot out of them. I'm probably getting more out of them now as an adult than I was as a kid, honestly. What's your favourite feel-good book? That would definitely be Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I feel like a lot of people have already read this, and rightfully so. I have recommended this book more than any other book in my entire life. I've probably recommended this 10 times, as in I've given this physical copy 10 times to people. It has made the rounds for sure. I think nearly every single person except one loved it and gave it at least a 4 stars. This book is so lovable and so fun, and I think especially during a time of self-isolation, this book is a really good book to read because it just takes you on a journey where the main character in this book hardly ever leaves one spot. He is going on a journey himself, being inside the whole time, just like we are. So it's nice to live vicariously through this guy who's also living vicariously through something as well. Book you wish you could buy or borrow from the library. This would have to go to A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. I don't want to pick a book that I physically could actually get because I can still order nearly any book online that I wish, but if there's a book that I wish I could get but I couldn't, it would have to be a book that hasn't already come out, which I'm really excited about because I love the Hunger Games trilogy. Author you want to shout out during this time, that would be The Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata. Even though it has gotten a pretty good buzz, think it deserves a bit more buzz because it was actually a pretty good book that I read over the summer. I've been reading a lot more Japanese literature at the moment, and this book was one of my favorites that I read over the summer. But yeah, it was very good. It's her first sort of breakout novel, and this book is partly about finding happiness in day-to-day mundane life. So I feel like that is a really good lesson to get out of a book during this time when we're all sort of stuck at home. So if you're looking for a book that can find the light and the value of things that aren't usually seen as very valuable, then this book is a really good read, I reckon. So yeah, that is my reading rush TBR. I'm going to try and vlog me reading over the weekend, and it might be a mess, but we'll see how we go. It should definitely be funny because either I'm not going to read and it's going to be really annoying and I'm going to be angry the whole time, or I'm actually going to read but I'm going to be driving myself crazy from reading so much. So either way, it's going to be entertaining, so look forward to that vlog from this weekend coming up. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'm so excited about this readathon, my first readathon.